How do you know if your twin flame knows about the connection that you share? Well, simple answer is they just do. But we're going to dive a little bit deeper and unpack this to provide you clarity. And welcome back to my channel. I'm Breann, a master certified ascension coach with Twin Flames Universe. And I like to shoot out a video on a daily basis simply to speak to a question that I might have seen in our open forum, our Twin Flames Universe open Facebook group, or if they're, just something circulating around in the consciousness. And today it is to clarify, how do you know if your twin flame knows of the connection? Well, you first want to ask yourself, why are you even asking this question in the first place? Because it's really good to get clear on where a question is stemming from and why. And that question in itself speaks to a doubt. It speaks to an uncertainty, meaning if you're asking, how do I know if my twin flame feels the connection that we share? Well, there's probably a big part of you that already knows that they do know. You feel that in your heart because, you've awakened to the twin flame journey. You've met your twin flame, or if you're new to these videos, maybe you're in the process of calling your twin flame in. But in your heart of hearts, and that question in itself often stems from a doubt within yourself, meaning doubting that the connection is for you, or doubting that you can have this big love in your life, or doubting, maybe feeling like it's too good to be true. And so you're looking for that external validation or evidence from them, and in a very tangible way, because there's a feeling of, well, if they can just show me, if they can just prove to me or reciprocate our love, or just come to me and tell me that they know that we're twin flames, then my heart can relax. But this is a big part of the journey, is having faith and trust within yourself, having that faith in what you know in your heart. And it's going to test you. It's going to try you. It's going to, stretch your patience, or test your patience, I should say. And this is a really good thing to do, is when you're asking questions such as this, and I am going to give you some examples. When you're asking questions such as this one, go to the core of it. Why am I asking this? I must be doubting our connection. I must be not trusting what I feel in my heart. I must be ignoring the truth. And what would that validation give you? Let's just say that they reached out to you right now and they said, hey, I know we're twin flames and we're supposed to be together. Okay, well then what? Like the inner healing work, it still has to be done, because them admitting their love for you that you already know to be true in your heart, it's not going to help you skip the steps, because a twin flame union, it's not a regular relationship. So it's not just, I find you attractive, you find me attractive, let's be together. That's a regular relationship that we experience in the world. Whereas with your twin flame, the purpose is for ascension. It is for you to heal and grow within yourself and become the highest version of yourself, which is who you were truly created to be. And that's the same for your twin flame. You are perfect divine mirrors for one another. And in that divine mirror, you're also divine lovers and counterparts. But even with that external validation, there's still a process underway. There's still, because here, this is perfect. Let's just say, okay, going back to the example, that they give you that external validation, but you haven't resolved in your consciousness those doubts. Well, that's going to make your union really uncomfortable, because they're going to need to constantly, have you ever seen those relationships where it's very toxic and unhealthy, and the two, not twin flames, right, but like just a regular relationship where they're always trying to convince or validate one another, and no baby, I'm not cheating on you, it's a thing, or vice versa, or like they're always having to convince each other that they're faithful, or convince each other that they're meant to be. like that's exhausting. Like if you really like fill into that, that's exhausting. But filling into, okay, trusting and knowing in your heart that that's your person, regardless of if they're validating your feeling or not, you're so confident and sure in your heart that that's your person, you're just good to go. And then they mirror that confidence back to you. They reflect that back to you by being in your reality, by being attracted to that confidence and that security that you feel within yourself. That's highly magnetic to your twin flame. So you can see how twin flames are, it's a transcendental love. It's not the kind of love that you've experienced in a relationship before. And so to have a transcendental love, you've got to do something transcendental. And so that means that you've got to validate your own feelings. And if you're looking at like the twin flame connection and you're wanting them to validate that you're twin flames, well, twin flame is really just a way that we identify divine lovers, divine counterparts, but you don't need to actually know the term twin flames in order to feel the connection that you have with your twin flame. So even if your twin flame is not, acknowledging that you're in a twin flame union or twin flame connection, they still know the feelings that they have in their heart for you. They're still very much in love with you in the way that you are in love with them. But if you're doubting the connection, they're only going to mirror that doubt back to you. They're only going to mirror that, that question that you have in your own heart. So this is where you've got to trust what you know to be true for yourself and your union. And this is where you've got to validate and have faith in what you know in your own heart. And as you're solid there, as you reassure yourself of the truth here, then they can naturally mirror that truth back to you. And that is a powerful duo. That is an incredibly powerful union, and nothing can stop you. Like you're full speed ahead in love with one another, and that validation is not necessary because it's a core essence that you both hold within yourselves. And you just know, that's my person, and they know, that's my person, and you just feel so solid and good. So if you're asking, the whole purpose of this video is basically to uproot this question, because this question comes from a doubt. It comes from an uncertainty. And so now relax into your heart, and you can ask yourself right now, do I feel like this is my true twin flame? All of the beautiful moments that we shared together, all of the love that I know that we have in our connection with one another. Is that true? Ask your heart, not your mind, but your heart. And your heart is going to tell you yes or no. If it says yes, you got to trust that. You got to relax into that. You got to have faith in what your heart is communicating to you. And you got to validate yourself. You got to reassure yourself that, okay, my heart is leading me in the right direction, and I don't see anything happening externally, and maybe it looks too good to be true, but I choose to trust what I feel, and I know that it's leading me somewhere, because your heart is always leading you in a higher vision. It's always leading you perfectly. All right, so your twin flame, they do feel the connection. Okay, that is your certainty. They know that it's there, but they have blocks too. And they're simply a mirror to the blocks that you share in your consciousness. So just trust yourself and relax into the journey, and all will come together naturally and effortlessly. Okay? All right, so don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.